Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today we're going to be working on, once again, hashtag ABC April 2025, hosted by Seven Plaza and crafted by Tony. Links in the description. Today is the letter U. Now, really wasn't sure what I was going to do for you. Their prompt list that they have offered to us has upcycle and underneath not many things. But what I really want to do is continue working on this because I absolutely love it. And I was trying to think, like, what can I use for a U word just to kind of make it fit? You know, maybe U for understanding that you're going to craft what you want to craft and accept that because this is what I want to craft with today because I'm excited about it. But then I thought, well, how about using up my stash? That's like perfect for this because I got some stuff that can go in this that I haven't really used in a while. So we're going to go with using your stash. And in times like this when, you know, stuff's got expensive and stores like Joann Fabrics are closing. I actually, side note, I just got a phone call from the Joanns I used to work with. I put my name in to get one of their rolling bins. And a girl that I used to work with called me and she's like, we're closing on Saturday. And I was like, holy cow, that was fast. And, you know, she let me know that I can pick up this bin that I wanted. If I want to still pick it up by Saturday. And I asked her, and like, everybody closing on Saturday? She said, no, just they're closing in waves. And my store that I worked at was one of the smaller ones. So the bigger ones will be there for a while. But they got shipped a bunch of toys and junk and stuff like that. So it's going to take a little longer for them to close. But I was, kind of took me aback that Saturday, just a couple days from now, that store will be no more. So, but I digress, as they say. So, yeah, so with Joann's closing, and so it's going to be harder to find stuff to shop. Sure, we get, you know, Michael's and Hobby Lobby, but, you know, you start getting a little bit more limited of where you can go for stuff. So using our stash is not a bad thing. So a couple of things that I want to use for this, and I'll just show you real quick, is I have these bins of, these are cut aparts from Tim Holtz. They are just solids that I can use as, you know, corner tucks or tags or something like that. And then I've got these little guys that are also cut aparts from bigger Tim Holtz papers that are little pictures. And I'll show you where I got these from, similar to this. I've got still of these Tim Holtz papers. These are a little bit bigger. Actually, I think this is probably from the same paper pad. Yes, you can see that that is bigger than that one. These came where they were like, whatever it was, 6 across by 6 down. Because I think they're 2 by 2. So yeah, that makes sense. 6 by 6. But these, his paper pads also came with these cut aparts. You can see kind of big, where they, in the back, like bigger cards in strips, like for belly bands. So I got this one I can cut apart, play with. I got this one. I know I still have that paper, and I still have that paper, and yeah, so the cut aparts, and then this one, I know I still have that paper, and I still have that paper for things, but this is one of the cut aparts that I actually have in here. I got the people down here somewhere. There was a smaller version, cut out all the people. Yeah, so I got those to play with, again, in my stash. These are originals, not from that vault that I just purchased a couple weeks ago. These are originals back from probably 20 years ago that I have from his papers. I also have these frames. These are Tim Holtz frames that I have not played with a single one of them. And then I also have these frames that are more like gilded frames. I think I got them at Timo. I don't think I ever played with those either, but there's frames for my stash. And then I did pull out my Tim Holtz people. These are the little people. There are bigger ones. This is like the regular original came out. I probably won't be able to find the exact guy, but so these were like miniature versions of them. So I pulled these out. This box is my singles individual people. I also have a container that's got couples, but I thought for this project the singles would be better. So I got those to play with, and then I still have my, I played with these a little bit in the first decorating video. Some of my Tim Holtz ephemera. These are both the same ephemera. Bought them at 2 different times. Didn't even realize it. You know, take it out of the package, put it in one, take it out of the package, put it in another one. So there's some duplicates in here. So I'm going to use some of these. These are not Tim Holtz, but they're very Tim Holtz-ish. So I get some stuff to play with. One I also have, I found these, I could pull out these little cards that I use the Tim Holtz paper from that I thought would be kind of fun to use as either a tag or maybe, that looks exactly like, or like a corner tuck or something like that. And I was thinking of doing like a stand-up one with a person. That might be a good one. Or that one, we'll try those too. I think we'll make those. And I have a belly band idea. That would be fun too. We'll see which ones of those work. So yeah, so use your stash. And we're gonna decorate this lovely thing because that's what I wanna do today. So I wanna play with this. Okay, so the first thing I did, and I actually put it together already because it was I was kind of playing with it. But the first thing I have is this. And this was one of the frames, the paper frames that I just showed you. One of the paper frames, and I took one of the Tim Holtz solids and put it in the back. One of the little ladies, a couple labels. And I was actually thinking about putting it on the front here as a topper. I did go through and stamp with my word stamp a little bit there just to fill that in, and I did some circles of coffee dyed, but I thought this would be kind of cool right there, just enough over so it doesn't get caught in the spine. But that is my first embellishment of using it up. So I can't say that I have not used these frames any longer, and my glue has dried. This is what happens. There we go. I didn't didn't come into my craft room actually yesterday. So took like one extra day of it drying. All right, there we go. Now we're flowing. Put a little extra on the threads on these because they stick up a little bit. And we'll throw a little in the center just to make sure it stays down. Okay. And a little away from the side, and right above those words. Not cover the flower too much, and there we go. An actual cover. Which is something rare I hardly ever do. So I'm very proud of myself that I used something to make a cover for this. Okay, all right. Now, the next thing I have is actually, I pulled some stuff aside to make a belly band for this because I put pockets in here already from the last video. So let me get that to the side. I'm going to pull out my stuff. This was just a cutoff from the actual other half of the spine. It was part of the spine, wherever it was cut off of. So I figured I'd use that as a belly band, and I'm going to cover it up with some ephemera, kind of make it jiggy-jaggy. But I thought it would be kind of fun just to randomly put a bunch of Tim Holtz stuff on here and make it just be fun. And this, I know this is 6 inches, so it's the exact height of the paper. So I don't want to go below or above it because it would stick out. I don't know if I want that. I like the different shapes. It's kind of fun to have circles and squares and tickets. So I just randomly pulled out of my 2 envelopes items that I thought might go well. That could be kind of fun. And let's see. I like that. Fragile. Let's see. I think something like that might work. We got Paris, Parisian, baggage, fragile, tea, like they're traveling on a ship from somewhere. I like it. And maybe like when I put this on a thing, I can make a like the side tuck across one of those little people. I know there's a couple that look like they're traveling, so that could be fun. All right, and you're gonna go on the bottom. I almost seem like I should have something down at the bottom covering that, but I don't really want to waste anything to make it go straight at the bottom. If I cover that over that. You know, I think I'll be okay with it. It's just sitting there like that. Okay, so we're going to start with gluing the top one down, and we'll get our stuff to ink on here and go from there. I thought about pre-inking this stuff, but I thought I'm not going to use nearly all this stuff, so how am I going to pre-ink it? I didn't know which stuff I was going to use, so. Move this to the side, and all right, I got just a hair sticking over the end here, and none to the wiser. Okay, we're going to put that one there, and we're going to try not to glue over the edge like I did with that octagonal, because that was not necessary to do. Okay, and then this guy was going to go here, and I can maybe leave that to stamp something. So we are going to glue this side. Now in the end, this belly band may never even hold anything. It just might end up being a decoration for the page. And I am okay with that. Oh, you were supposed to probably go. I think you were supposed to go on top. Can I lift you? I can lift you enough. All right. Okay, we got it now. Okay, so we're going to go there. Okay, this fragile is going to go up here, so I always feel weird that there's two green tickets on top of each other, right? All right, let's do that. Might have to add one more thing there, but we'll figure it out. Okay, Mr. Parisian and the ticket. just sticking out a little bit. Okay, this can go on top, so we are going to glue this down next. All right, unglue it from my table. And I never did ink any of the rest of those, did I? I get so excited about putting them on there. Oh well. I kind of noticed it with this one because it's kind of plain compared to the other stuff. Had a little bit more personality. You're going to go there. I think it blocks too much of the... All right, I definitely want this here. And I think I will tuck it behind. I did not put glue on the top of the cup when I purposely did that because I had a feeling I might want to sneak something underneath there. So, okay. I think it'll be okay down there. I don't think it's blocking too much. I don't mind it. I'm going to off-center it though. I think that could be. I don't think I need to put anything there. All right, I think I will put that there. That, I don't know if I'm going to do anything with that yet. But, oops, runaway glue. Thinking about cutting it off, but I think it looks okay. It has a little bit of personality to that side, so I'm good with it. All right, now probably what I should have figured out is where I wanted to put this. Oh, I'm gonna have to glue it down, so. I'll have to see, that might work up there. Or even that. We'll have to see what page it goes on and where it goes. All right, so I've got these two pages. I've got that. That could be actually interesting because it almost splits it exactly in half of what it is. I'm not a fan of there. Those two are full. I'll have to go pick that up. I kind of like that because it's got the red and the blues and the greens. Nope, I don't like that. That's the same as a nope, and one of those three. I think I kind of like that. Part of the coffee cup didn't come out. All right, got that part out. I think I do like it there. All right, so we're going to glue it down just like it is like it would be a belly band. And will I stick stuff back there? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, whoa, that's not good. Slippery. There we go. Okay. Yeah, cute. All right, so like I said, I think I might want to do one of these as a little side tuck guy with one of the people on there. So let's see if I can get a person on one of these. All right, we're going to look for a traveling person to go on with the belt across from the belly band. Oh, I have a couple in there. She should be in the other one. He's sort of traveling. He's got a suitcase and flowers. Oh, I must have two sets of little people. Or I got a duplicate in there. I don't know. No, I got another dude. Interesting. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't remember. Yeah, I got quite a lot of duplicates. Okay, I must have two sets. I just don't remember. All right, I think I'm going to take the traveling guy for the one. And I think I want, oh, she's traveling too. Okay, I knew there were some travelers. And I was thinking I wanted a sitting guy. And have them sitting on that is too big. That's kind of cute. And I need a tinier tag. Let's let's see, that is definitely I like that one better. All right. Okay, I think I kind of like that for that one. And for this one, I don't think that's necessary. Well, you know what I do have, possibly, is my pre-stamped with red. A little bit bigger than I would like. I think I should have like a smaller one. Well, statement is big. 50 cents makes no sense. No pun intended. Oh, here we go. Stamp here, like a passport. I think I like that. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we got two little side tucks that could work with those. Okay, that'll work. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of a little bit of the side white of the cardboard. And our lady traveler will be on her way. Yep, she is on her way. I like it. And the fact that there's red made it even better. All right, so we're going to go down this side and the bottom. I'll take these out and after we decorate and see if there's like a passport card to put in there, because that would be fun. Okay, so the blue one, I was actually thinking about putting it here because there's orange and blue. That could be fun. I originally was thinking about putting it over here, but leave some room for decoration on that one with something else. Okay. All right, so we need to get this guy to sit on this box. And I can't have it too far up because his head's gonna stick out a little bit. So we'll just have it, okay, we just have it enough. So it is up a little and over a little. Okay, he's gonna go there. And the little letter, I think it says Herbararium. I go right behind his head. there we go. All right. Need your sides. Okay. All right, well, this is coming together. Using up my stash. And it's not like I don't have enough little people, right? I don't know. I always seem like sometimes I think afraid, oh, I don't want to use it because I don't want to like run out of it. But those container things that he has, the Tim Holtz stuff, specifically that's what I'm using right now, but the envelopes and stuff has a surprisingly lot of stuff in there. I mean, it's going to take a long time to go through and get rid of all that stuff. Okay. Yeah, see, I really do like it there. Sticks out against there. Orange and blues on there. Yeah, I love it. Okay. Very fun. All right, little side tuck for that. Okay. Now, so I think the only place, that's going to have to go on an envelope or two. I did want to round this. I never got to it. Just a little bit. Nothing so drastic, but just enough to soften the edge a little. There we go. I have nothing on the first 4 pages there. Seems like everything ended up in the back. So this would be fun across from there. It's blue, but I don't know if I want to do another Tim Holtz person per se. So what if we make it just a the butterfly's got some similar colors on there. I like that as a side tuck card. We've got some purples here. What if I put it on this side? Well, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay. So, and I think purple and green go together well. That is not a color combination that I mind. All right, so if we put that there, and we put the butterfly, and maybe just to break that up a little bit, put that in there, or all right, let's do that. Okay, you're the side tuck card, so you actually have nothing but edging needed, and you are going to get glued. All right, stick in there. I think this is strong enough to stick off the edge and kind of hold. You know, I think I'm going to move it up because I just noticed it says wing and there's butterflies. It'll come down a little. Don't have to see the word Galveston, but it's there. It kind of adds a little bit of relief from a solid background. Make sure I get some glue on these antennas. There we go. Just want it peeking out. Okay. All right, that breaks it up a little bit. I like that purple was quite bold, but now it's broken up with the beige and the butterfly, and I love it. All right, so we're gonna put it on this side. And away from the center fold just a bit. And there we go. I love it. A little purple. Yeah. All right, let's go. We need to find something to go in the tuck in to. That guy with the orange, he's just sitting there minding his own business. And the lady traveler, that's, I could get something from there, so maybe like some sort of passport-y thing. And that with some orange and blues. Okay, let's see what we got in here. And like for half a second I thought I had 3 of these. Oh, that's autographs. I thought that was a passport. I saw blue. I know the passports in I don't know if everybody's, but the U.S. passports are blue. That's got some blue. All right, envelopes and the bingos. I really should probably, not on camera, go through and sort these, put some big ones into one envelope and the smaller into another. Calendars and butterflies. What are you? Alphabets. All right, grab some of the bigger stuff. Alphabets. Kind of compassy. There's that already. That's a book. Album. Okay. Well, not that there wasn't one and I used it, or it's not in this envelope, but I don't see a passport. So one of those is gonna probably do. Just double checking some of these big ones, and yeah, they look like the exact same ones that I just looked through. Okay. All right, so I mean, it has blue, but I don't know if I really am sold on it. I think that lady, though, I do think I like this upside down world. All right, I think I like this one. All right, just gonna ink it. It's got some fun edging cut on it. All right, she is gonna travel the world with her little suitcase. Okay. I kind of like that. It's got that blue on the outside. I think I like that. I pulled it for the travel one because travel, compass. But yeah, cute. All right, I think I got those. All right, so the only thing that I really have, I have that one that's fully open. A lot of them do have two. That one's fully open. That would be cute as a little pocket to be able to stick something in. I like it. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to slightly put a divot in there in the sky because it's not really going to cut into the picture at all. I love it. It's got that blue ethereal look of that, and beautiful. Okay. Yep, I love it. And this page not being covered at all, it's beautiful. I love it because it doesn't really need anything. I think it looks smashing on its own. All right, so the only other one that has fully nothing is this one. And there was this alphabet. Oh, they got two of them. I'm trying to make another pocket. I have a lot of side tucks. That's why that house picture worked well, because it was more on that direction. That could be a pocket. Yeah, I think you're too big for a pocket. You would work well though. I think you would just cover. I say, because, you know, autographs, put something in there. A note is not the worst thing in the world. Kind of a fun idea. That's too dark. That's too light. I mean, that works well with it, but I do really kind of like that. Kind of rounded. Can I decorate with this? I put something, whoops. Colors match, but I think it would be just, I don't know how I would cut it down, because I wouldn't want something getting jammed in there. Boy, I was going for tiny, wasn't I, for that original, put tiny things on here. So a tiny little pocket would be cute, but not really covering up too much besides a little bit of words. I think I'm okay with that. I'm not going to put a divot on that because it's supposed to look like an actual autograph book, and the book would not have a divot in it. So I think I'm just going to leave it like that and make a pocket. All right. Yeah, that'll be cute to be able to, like I said, I don't know if I'll put anything in there now because stuff has stuff stuck in it already. Leaving stuff to be able to add later is not the worst thing in the world. I like the colors on that better, but I almost forgot I had to decorate. I don't have to, but I forgot to decorate this. Let's do that. And then we'll do a flip through and see if there's anything else I want to take care of. But this might actually be done, sadly. But it does get me excited for that yellow book I'm going to be doing with the travel theme. I used the maps. I made that fold over recently. The no-sew. And one more. Okay, I'm gonna ink this up, make this a little bit less white. All right, I am going to cut this. Okay, I like it. Yeah, it makes me excited for that yellow book because it's similar kind of to this. And I think a lot of these ideas for the travel, the standing up cards, these little side tucks are going to be perfect for that kind of book. So I am looking forward to doing that journal for my next one. I still have to finish up the teals though, but I have all the pockets in those. And I probably would have done a little bit more during this ABC challenge for it, but when I made this, and I really wanted to decorate this. This kind of took over my life, but I think, as I said in the beginning, understanding what brings you joy and what you want to work on, I think, is so important. Sometimes it seems like, you know, I'll do some stuff just because I think it might make a nice video, but I really think I'm going to start just doing stuff that I love to do. And I think I'm going to put just a bit of washi tape on here. My little favorite tape measure one. Just across the bottom of that. Yeah, so doing stuff more that, you know, I want to do because it brings me joy. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Okay. A little off the edge. There we go. I love it. All right, let's do a flip through of this and we will see if we need to add anything else. All right, let's take a look at Tim Holtz. It's a little bit chunky. Probably could have put a few more things near the top as upper tucks, but not too bad. Not too bad. All right, cover. Love the cover. Like I said, I don't usually do too many journal covers. That is something I really wanted to try to do a little bit more of, so I'm glad I got that on there, even though it's tiny. All right, so we got the cute little butterfly with the purple there. I love it. And then a place to be able to put some sort of notes or something there eventually. Nice little pocket there. And these cute little guys here. I never added anything else to that one, but that's okay. It'll be a, I make the top? No, I didn't. It just makes room for being able to put something else in there. Fun little pocket with the tag in there. That doesn't need anything. That is self-sustaining. That is all decorated. This we just added. When I cut the camera, I did ink around that. I had forgotten to do that, but that's all I did. That is really cute. I like how that came out. You can leave that blank. I'm fine with that. That is all inked and tuck in. Beautiful. I love it. Almost looks like it's like part of the paper too, which is nice. Doesn't look like it's actually something that's in there. And we did inking around that. Very fun. Place to be able to, once again, add some stuff. So that's fun. Also kind of looks like the paper since that's there and there. I like it. And this little guy with his, he's taking a break from his, I'd say he's taking his break from his door-to-door salesman. And he needed, that's his little ID card box, and that's his little compass, so he knows where he's going. All right, and that tag from before, nice and simple. And then I love that card with the edging, the world. She's going to travel the world. Love it. And then this belly band. Again, you can add something in there if wanted. If not, it's just a pretty fun decoration on the back of that yellow. And the back page. Well, I absolutely, unequivocally, there's another U, unequivocally, love this. Love it. All right, so you use up your stash. It's fun to go through and find some stuff you haven't used for a while and actually play with it and use it. And yeah, I hope you go out and make a journal like this. This is fun to do because it's small and quick and it's great. I'm gonna cherish this one for a while. So, all right, well, that is gonna be it for me today. I appreciate each and every one of you that has stopped by. And if you want to continue along in this journey and see what I do that brings me joy, and hopefully it'll bring you some joy along the way too. And as usual, thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.